Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Mireya and this is another video of everything I completed in a month. This is for the month of October, which I'm really excited about because I think I completed somewhere around 10 pages, maybe more, which is a lot for me. Usually I don't do that many, and I think a lot of it had to do because I was motivated, excited, and also your support and your comments was very encouraging and motivating as well. That all means so much to me. I'm excited to share completed pages, share and keep on making more videos. In these completed pages videos, I will go over also some of the supplies I've used and the ups and downs and how I feel about them. And a lot of the times the quality of paper really matters, and good quality paper can make a big difference in the supplies that you use. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna try to go in order of the coloring pages that I colored. I had to change locations because my husband came into the room. Since I color in the same area as he games, this is how I know I'm not ready for YouTube, because I don't have my own space. I wanted to be in the same room as him when he games, because in the beginning I didn't really have the intention of really doing these kinds of videos where I would need like a quiet space, a quiet background. This is the first book I colored in for the month of October. It's a modern manga coloring book by Lydia Cambon. My October page, I should really put tabs in these. I colored this one a while ago. I colored 3 pages in this book so far, so I'm just gonna show them. This one's the first one I colored a few months ago. This is the first page I colored for the month of October. I used Ohuhu markers to base, and then also some Prismacolor pencils for some of the shading. I did use acrylic gel pens for some of the dots, some Gravy acrylic markers for some of the highlighting, the Gravy extra fine point tip acrylic markers around her dress. I really like this book. I love coloring portraits, so I'm thinking I might want to color another page for the month of November, but I'm not sure which one. I haven't really flipped through it to try to decide which page for November. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I like how people make their November, like their next month plans for what pages they plan to color. I really want to do that too, because when I see that, it makes me kind of want to color the same pages because I want to color along with everyone else. I don't know if I'll get to making a November coloring plans video, but I definitely want to. I'm gonna try. If not this month, I'm gonna try for next month. The second page I colored is a page from Mariola Burk. I have her set of gold, I believe. I ended up scanning the page and then printing it out because I didn't want to use up the one that she sends out. I just don't want to ruin it. These are the markers I used for that page. They come with a swatch card, which I was too lazy to swatch. I just straight up went into using them, and they are really nice. I really like them a lot. They are brush tip acrylic markers, and honestly, if you already own brush tip acrylic markers, you don't need any more. I feel like for the most part, most brush tip acrylic markers perform about the same, maybe not exactly. Some are a little bit more juicier than others. These I feel like are kind of like on the juicy side, not as juicy as a Ohuhu Nahuku acrylic markers. These are a little bit less juicy, but they still work really great. This set has more colors. When I'm trying to color match especially, and I need different options for different colors, when I make mistakes and I'm trying to cover them up with the same color, if it's not in one set, I look for it in another set. I don't have like a huge preference over one set of acrylic brush markers. I do love having variety for that reason, trying to color match. The next book I colored in is in Cute Spookies by Colored Caramel. The page I colored is this page. I used Ohuhu markers for basing, and I did go over the shading with Prismacolor Premier color pencils, and I did add some acrylic marker details. I turned my pumpkins into Talavera pumpkins. I think I did that a few times in my last video as well in some of the pages. But I really like how this one turned out. Colored Caramel kindly did send me this coloring book to color in, and I'm really grateful for that because I do love their coloring books. I think they're so adorable. The next book I colored in is in Small Victories by Joanna Basford. So the page that I completed is this one. I actually started this page like 2 years ago. I think I started the Purple Dragon in 2023 and finished this one. I used Faber-Castell polychromos for the Purple Dragon. What did I use? Did I use Artix? Yes, I used Artix color pencils for this yellow dragon. I should really write down what I use. Oh, when I colored this 2 years ago, I was very inspired by, I think it's Katie Coloring. I'll tag her in the video. I was just so inspired by the way she colors. So she covers up the black line art and it looks so good. She's the reason why I started covering some of my black line art, because of her style. She's the one that inspired me to do that so long ago. Love it so much. Even when you do it in the bold and easy coloring books, it will look so good. The next book I colored in is in Vibrant Wilds by Sarah Renee Clark. It's not really a completed page. I have a couple whips, but it's something I started. It's not this one. This one's a work in progress. I've been working on it for quite a while now. I just got stuck with the color choices. Like I don't know what to do with the background. But the one I colored in October is this one. I was trying out for the first time the color pencils. I got the 240 set of color. I use the neons for the most part, and I just love how it looks. The paper in this book is so good. I am in love. I feel like any pencil will just work so great. I'm using Prismacolor pencils on this page. And then, gosh, where is it? I see why people use tabs. This is so disorganized of me. And then in this one, I used the color pencils, which I think are more oil based, and they look so good. I think it might have to do a lot with the paper in this book. It'll probably make any color pencils you use look really good and just make them a joy to use. I'm wondering if I should just do all the mushrooms in neon. Originally, I just wanted to do just this one mushroom, but I like it so much how it looks, and it looks amazing in the sun. I'll try to throw in a clip in there so you can see what it looks like in the sun. But I'm thinking I want to do that for every single mushroom in this page. I think it'll look really nice. The next book I colored in is in Coloring with Coco Volume 5. See the page. I think I only colored one page in this book so far. I have a few of her books. And I'm trying to color at least one page in every book. And I colored this one because Dia de los Muertos is on November 2nd, is like the main day, but I wanted to finish it in October because by the time I do my November video for completed pages, it's gonna be December, and I don't want to do that. I want to share this page around the day of Dia de los Muertos. I have a huge obsession with it. I collect all the Barbies that come out every year since 2019. Anyway, this page I colored with Ohuhu alcohol markers as basing, and then Prismacolors for shading. I did use some oil-based pencils down here for the embroidery. I used some of the Color and Artix color pencils to get the more finer lines. And then the lips, I did base the lips first, and then I shaded with Prismacolor pencils, and then I used acrylic marker and gel pen. I love how the lips came out. The background, I remember I started it with Faber-Castell oil pastels for the background. It still was too grainy. It looked like crayon, and so I covered it up with an acrylic marker. It was an Enemy marker. So yeah, acrylic markers can really help you save a page. The next book I colored in again this month is in Lulu's House of Wonder by Lulu Mayo. I colored this Halloween page. I think I showed you last month, the work in progress that I didn't like, and I ended up really loving how it turned out. I used Languo gel pens to do some of the outlining just to try them out. It was my first time trying them out, and I really love them. I based with Ohuhu alcohol markers. Not all of it, some parts. And then I colored with Prismacolor for some shading. And then I used acrylic markers for the background. I think I used Enmi, and I also used Arteco. I was thinking about making this my project book. I've never heard of people talk about project books until I've been watching YouTube videos, and I absolutely love that idea. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to color one page every month for a year in this book, at least for the year of 2026. I'm gonna continue for the rest of the year. Since I already colored in this book for 2 months in a row, I think I want to continue that and color a page every month until the end of 2026. I mean, I hope I can stick to it. I'm gonna really try. And I've been trying to figure out which page to color for the month of November. I was thinking this would be a good one because it's apple pie, or maybe it's cherry pie. It can be anything you want. This one too, everyone's kind of getting together and cooking for Thanksgiving. That would be nice. I'm curious to see if any people out there are going to be coloring a November page in this book. This one could be the one for October next year. That would be fun. What do you think would be a good November coloring page? I mean, it doesn't have to be November related. This one's cute. Just that, you know, the motivation will be there. Oh, the motivation will be there to color something in theme of November. This, I know, I think I'm gonna color this one for January. It's my birthday month. And she has a cute little guitar, and I love that. Oh, this one would be cute November page too. I love that so much. Oh my gosh, she's all classy. I'm really curious to know what others might be coloring for November, but I think I'm leaning towards this one or this one. The next book I colored in is in 50 monster themed miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. Camelia Angelkova. All of her books are so adorable. I think she's underrated. She just makes the cutest little illustrations. I have a few of her books. Not too simple, but not too detailed either. They're very inviting to color. Like, it's not a whole lot going on to overwhelm you, but it's not so simple either. This is the page I colored. This was kind of a palette cleanser page, just to do something a bit more simple after coloring a more detailed page. I did base it with some alcohol markers, Ohuhu alcohol markers, and the background I used pan pastels to try to get like a really soft background, and then I used my Prismacolor color pencils on it. I also outlined some of the line art with acrylic markers. What I love about this book is that a lot of the creatures, you can color them however you want because they're mythical. They don't exist. This one I colored last year, and I'm really happy with how he came out. But yeah, her books are underrated, and I think a lot of people would love them. They're just so cute. Then I colored in Manga Beauties and Beasties by Camila Derrico. I was trying out something I haven't tried before. I used my Derwent Inktense, which I've had for a long time and hardly ever use. You can see here there was no bleed through from the Inktense, and I went pretty heavy with it. I had to really trust the process for this page, which in the end I think it turned out fine, but I do definitely need to practice with them more. I'm not used to using watercolors of any sort for basing the background or basing anything really, so I'm gonna try to start doing that. And I did go in there with glitter gel pens as well, but I don't know if you can really tell. I outlined the bats with my Languo gel pens, and I really like overall how it looks for my first try, I guess. I did use acrylic markers for a lot of the dot details, which helps hide a lot of the mess. I definitely want to practice more using watercolors for basing. And this page, it did warp a whole lot, but I stacked heavy books on top of this book and let it sit for a few days. I did color another page a while back. This one I colored 2 years ago, I think, with Prismacolor pencils. And then I used gold ink to outline. I think it was Winsor and Newton gold ink. I don't like how I colored her tears. Maybe I could redo that with acrylic markers. This one I colored in as well, but it's not a completed page. I just colored this owl. I was trying out the color pencils. These other ones were colored with Arctic's color pencils a while back. So I noticed that oil-based pencils work pretty well in Lulu books, but not so well in this one. Like Prismacolors worked so great in this book, but when I tried to use Ohuhu colored pencils, I didn't enjoy it quite as much. And I saw a video of somebody else talking about they used their Faber-Castell polychromos in her book, and they also didn't enjoy the experience. So I'm thinking it's oil-based pencils, and I think it's because it's a smoother texture compared to her smaller books. Because this is Arctic's colored pencils, and I used the color pencils on this one, and I enjoyed them. I had a good time using them on this paper, and it's probably because of the texture. Prismacolors work great in this book, but so do the oil-based pencils. The next book I colored in is Color My Crown by Raw Sushi. I think she only sells these books on TikTok. I think this particular one might be out of stock. This one I colored with crayons a long time ago, last year. I colored 2 pages in this book this last month. I'm trying to practice how to contour with alcohol markers without using Prismacolors a whole lot like I normally do, which I feel like I still need a lot of practice. I don't really like how her nose looks and her cheeks. I feel like it's too red, but I think I think she looks cute. It was very quick to color. Usually portraits will take me forever trying to contour the skin, because normally I'll try to use Prismacolors to get all the highlights and the shadows on the face. It's a lot of layering, but I'm trying to practice doing that with alcohol markers. I think it looks okay besides the super red nose and cheeks. And then I had so much fun coloring this page, I really wanted to try another one. This one I colored a while ago. I really like how she looks. The one I colored for this last month is this one. Again, trying to practice contouring faces with markers. I think she came out really cute. I did a little tutorial on the eyes for this page on my TikTok. And then there's another work in progress I started. I'm almost done with it, but this is how far I've gotten. So because I've been contouring with markers, I really wanted to go back with color pencils and do a little bit of a better job contouring. I just need to finish the eyes and the lips, which I'm thinking I'm going to do a tutorial on. I've been really into adding these little stars on the skin, kind of like it's glistening. I'm obsessed with how this one's turning out. It's my dog. I do add dates on mine when I complete them, you know, just because we'll be coloring for years in different books. I think it's just nice to see the progress in the book from something you may have colored 3-4 years ago to something you colored more recently. This one I colored last year with Crayola crayons, kind of like having a journal of your progress over the years. And also because I plan on coloring until I'm a really old lady, so it'd be really nice to look back onto pages from years ago. I colored another Disney mashup this last month. It's this one. A lot of people were requesting for Snow White and Coraline on my TikTok. I kind of stopped doing these for a little bit, I think for like 6 weeks, because I wanted to color other things. I kind of burnt out from coloring these, but I'm trying to get back into it. I was motivated to color this one, so I took advantage while it was there. This is a book it comes from, so this is really bad paper. This is the original page that I scanned. I tried to hide some of the lines with acrylic marker. I do use references on Google to try to see what Coraline looks like in her outfit. I really enjoy coloring these when I'm in the mood. I'm thinking I want to do at least one every month, and I think I want to do this princess next. I already have an idea in mind of what she can be, but it won't be this picture. It'll be a different picture. That's the last page I colored for the month of October. I'll post a little side clip of how I colored this page while I ramble about what my intention for these videos are. I want these videos to be something that you can just put in the background while you color, kind of like I'm just there coloring with you or just listening to me ramble because I really enjoy that when watching other people's videos. I love watching YouTube videos while I'm coloring, and it's just very nice to listen, and I feel very motivated to watch other people talk about their passion for coloring books and their supplies, how they rate their books, their coloring pages, and it's all in good fun and community, and I love that, and I hope that these videos can do that as well for you. Just a chill color with me vibe. I have so much to say and I don't know like how to even go about it. I'm so disorganized. I want to talk about my coloring plans for November, but that might be a separate video. I don't even know what they are yet. I don't know if I could stick to my coloring plans for November if I were to make a video, because usually I decide on what to color next on the spot. I'll flip through my books and see what inspires me, and that's how I pick a page. Doing a coloring plans video will be very different for me. It just looks so fun. It gives you something to look forward to, and I really want to try that out. Let me know if you would like to join in coloring a page every month in this book, like a project book. For example, my Colorful Country Life. I don't know yet if this is going to be her project book, but I hope it is, because it's just fun to color along with somebody else in the same book, even though we may not officially reach out to each other and ask each other, but it still feels like a color along knowing that several people that are working on the same project book, and then we can see each other's posts on Instagram. Looking forward to trying that out. That's why I wanted to share what my November plan for this book was. For anyone else that also has this book, can also join and color along. It gives you a goal and something to look forward to. I do need to make an intro video and kind of like better introduce myself, but I think I'm gonna make that into a separate video. I have a lot to say. I started my coloring journey a long time ago, and I've had a lot of inspiration by lots of people along the way. I'll probably try to work on that video eventually and get it posted. I hope to see you guys in a future video. I hope you like this video. Let me know any suggestions you may have. Let me know what coloring books you're excited to see. Maybe I can try to color more in that book. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you for watching.